From Miami, Florida, Miccosukee Casino, Team Combat League is on the air. I'm Beto Duran alongside 1992 Olympian and former world champion Raul Marquez. Raul, we got a good one today. Orlando takes on Boston, and you've been back there talking to the squads. You like the energy coming from these teams?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Boston Butchers, they're really super motivated to get back in the ring. They want to keep that momentum going, you know, coming off that big win against the #1 team, the Philly Smoke, who are 4-1. They're very confident. They're led by a great team in Amelia Moore, Rashidi, Ellis, and knockout artist Alejandro Paulino. They're ready to take care of business, man. I'll tell you what, the Butchers are ready to slice them up.
Now, Orlando, they're not too far from Miami, a couple hours away, so they're going to have some people here with them, but you love their coach.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Chino Rivas, I did have some conversations with him. I believe he's got the right game plan. And not only that, you know, him talking to me, he feels that he put his the right fighters in the right spots, you know, for the launch rounds, the middle rounds, and the money rounds, which is very important. So they're looking to upset the Boston Butchers tonight here in their pretty much home state, hometown.
Yeah, a lot of fighters have local connections here to Miami. All right, so Team Combat League, how does it work? 24 action-packed rounds. You have the launch rounds, 8 of them. You have the middle rounds, and then you have the money rounds. Sometimes you'll see fighters come back and fight in the money rounds. It's a 10-point must system, so it's got to be 10-9. If you get knocked down, it's a 10-8, and you do not want to get stopped because then it's at 10-7, and it really affects the scoring because if you get knocked out, you can't come back for the money rounds, and then, you got to be playing a lot of catch-up. It's action-packed, it's fast, it's a brawl, and it gets going in a few minutes. But before we get to that, I was able to go into the locker rooms and talk to both coaches. Orlando squad going to be led by Chino Rivas tonight. All right, what's the mood with your team right now?
We're in great spirit. We had an awesome camp. The little layoff, it was great for us, give us more time. We had a setback with Miami. They came well prepared. They caught us off guard. A lot of my kids were a little bit overconfident. So it was like a reality check for them. So they was just excited to get back to get back to the ring due to the fact of what happened last time. Because in their mind they thought they were going to finish undefeated. I was like, no, that's far-fetched. It doesn't work that way. You got to change it up. You got to get the attitude of no matter what, every single time you take on somebody, it's going to be a completely different approach. The team you're looking at tonight, what do you see? Well, you know what? I've been studying them for a while. They have a few fighters that are pretty strong. You know, Rashidi, of course, right? Ellis, and the light heavyweight. All the others really don't worry me. I worry me that much. I think we balance very well with them. I have loved my team, and I expect great performance. I definitely expect us to win at least by 6 points. By 6, Chino Rivas calling his shot. Orlando taking on Boston. Boston Butchers led by Coach Mark Gargaro. Mark, you look at your team. You guys look like relaxed. How do you like the attitude right now?
Great. We've been here a couple weeks ago, so we kind of got the feel down, and the guys got a good day yesterday. Nice stretch out and all that stuff. So today we're ready to roll. Everybody's just waiting to go. All right, you make your lineup. You look at your roster. You're looking around. Who are the ones that you like? All right, tonight they're putting on the show. Who are the guys? Man, I mean, we got a couple that we know that are gonna put on the show. You know, we always have our guys Rashidi over here. We always got Amelia gonna put on. They're going every time, and you know they're putting on a show. All right, so you're gonna have Orlando, Boston. Good luck to you. Thank you, man. All right, it'll be a good one coming up. Orlando and taking on the Boston squad. Raul, I love talking to the coach because you feel the energy. You know why I love working with you? Because whenever I say El Diamante, what happens to you?
Let's go. Let's do it. We do what we do. Vámonos.
Ready to go. Our ring announcer for tonight, the one and only Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Team Combat League, a great night of boxing action live from the Miccosukee Casino Resort in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, it will be the Boston Butchers taking on the Orlando Vipers. At this time, we would like to thank our great sponsors, Venom, Adams Boxing, and Two Trees Distilling. A big thanks to our great sponsors. Well, all of tonight's bouts are sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission. Commissioners in attendance, John Holly, Adrian Nunez, and Dr. Anut Patel. Executive Director Timothy Shipman. Assistant Executive Director is Gregory Pitt. Our judges assigned in rotation will be Manuel Marquez Jr., Daniel Fitzgerald, Gloria Martinez Rizzo, and Lorenzo Toledo. Our referees will be Samuel Burgos and Alicia Collins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Let's welcome our teams. First, coached by Mark Gargaro, let's welcome the Boston Butchers.
Butchers coming, so you know it's about to be a problem. I'm looking at my brothers and you know they know I got them. I do this for the fam every day. To my hand, go get raised for the city where I stay. That's an uppercut, don't never double take. I'm unorthodox, I throw a hook and put you in the grave. We the Butchers, chop you up, now we in here to play. Blood, sweat, tears.
Boston Butchers, Irvin Gonzalez leads the way for them as they're making their way to the ring. Really cool thing here at Team Combat League, where they enter the arena as a team, the Team Combat League experience. You show up as one, the Boston Butchers. Mark Gargaro leading the way with him.
A very confident team, Beto, as I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
And they look, I mean, look at their body language. You could tell they're confident, that they're anxious to get in there and prove why they're, you know, a team that's going to be hard to beat.
There you go. They're on their way to the ring. All right, Tom Triber.
And now let's welcome, coached by Raul Rivas. Here are the Orlando Vipers.
The Orlando Vipers. Chino Rivas has a good squad. Jeremy Adorno, Darius Jackson, who's headed to the Paris Olympics. Sanny Duversonne, the veteran. Hebrew Francois, Christian Rivera, Ivan Flores, Jason Magruder, Miguel Brenes, Ricardo Aguero round out the squad. And also Jeremy Adorno is leading the way, holding that banner. It's a good team, fun team. Chino Rivas does a good job with his squad.
And they got, you know, some of their family here. Not Orlando, not too far from Miami. I'm sure they're going to get a lot of cheers because they are from the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mentioned Team Combat League right now available for you free on YouTube. And then you got to get the BrawlPass after round 8. Great evening of action here in Miami, Florida. Orlando Vipers, Boston Butchers, we're ready to go.
At this time, I'm going to ask that you all please rise as we welcome Miami's own Zylene Pacheco to sing our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the is still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jahyae Pacheco singing the national anthem. All right, we get ready to go for Mikasaki Casino and Resort in Miami, Florida. The launch rounds are coming your way between Orlando and Boston. Beto Duran alongside 1992 Olympian and former world champion Raul Dinamita Marquez.
El diamante, por favor.
Come
No,
on.
dinamita. Dinamita. El diamante, por favor.
Diamante, what am I doing here?
The diamond, baby.
Diamante. I messed it up on your Instagram too.
That's all right.
Let me, Diamante. Why would I say Dinamita? You're like 6'8" compared to Dinamita. All right, so launch rounds. Very important to get going in the early rounds to get the points. It's a 10-point must system, regular boxing scoring, and every single round we will know who gets the points.
Representing the Boston Butchers and boxing tonight out of the blue corner, here is Irvin Gonzalez. And boxing out of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Jeremy Adorno. This in the 126-pound weight division.
All right, we get ready to go. Boston in gray. Orlando in the pink and blue. Irvin Gonzalez, Orthodox. Jeremy Adorno, the southpaw for the Orlando Vipers.
Both fighters trying to set up the jab, which, you know, we know is very important in this concept, or in boxing in general, because the jab sets the tone, controls the distance, sets up the combinations. It's almost like a fencing match right now, Beto.
Yeah, these two are veterans of the fight game. They know what's going on. So the launch rounds, the first 8 rounds available for you here on YouTube. After that, you'll need the BrawlPass to see the middle rounds and then the very important money rounds. Each round is scored. And at the end of every single round, our ring announcer, Thomas Triber, will let us know how the judges scored it. So there'll be live scoring on your screen the entire time. So you know who's winning, who's losing, who's got to get going.
Well, so far I got Gonzalez ahead because he's, you know, the little punches that he did connect, he beat Adorno to the punch. They're being very smart. A lot of thinking in here. They're both skillful fighters. They're smart. But Gonzalez was able to land a nice 1-2 down the middle. It was a fast, explosive 1-2.
And you got to come out quick. You only get that one round. And the action picks up quick. And next thing you know, you're down some rounds. You got to go for broke. El Diamante, Raul Marquez, Beto Duran with you here in Miami, Florida. Boston Butchers traveling to take on the Orlando Vipers. Less than a minute to go in the opening round. You see that 1 of 24. That's right, 24 rounds coming your way. And yes, the guys can fight twice, and you'll see them in the money rounds.
I'll tell you what, there's a close round. A lot of inside fighting. There's both guys connected, trying to counterpunch each other. Being smart, I mean, that. It's, big bombs there. It's only one round, Beto. That's what makes it so hard. You gotta think fast. You gotta have a fast pace. action round, but not making any mistakes where you're getting countered. And that happens a lot, too, because you're rushing.
The season has been progressing nicely for both teams, so they know what to expect, especially the fighters. Good combination from Irvin Gonzalez. So final seconds of the opening round. Team Combat League, Boston or Orlando in Miami. That's a close one, Raul. That's a close round.
Very close, man. I tell you what, I'm just glad I'm not a judge, man, because that is a close round. When you see fights like that, like you see that one round, a lot of thinking to see they're both focused. There was some good counter punching there by Adorno. But Gonzalez had some good moments, too. There he goes, going to the body, going on top.
We will continue.
It's a close round, man. That's when you want to see 2 rounds, 3 rounds, more action of these guys together.
Boxing out of the blue corner and representing the Boston Butchers, Alejandro Paulino. And boxing out of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Angel Hernandez. The winner of round 1 was the Orlando Vipers.
Our Vipers get the first round.
Now 10-9.
Adorno, huh?
All right, Adorno got the round. So you hear Thomas Treiber letting you know that Orlando got the first round. Alejandro Paulino for the Boston Butchers, Angel Hernandez. And you know his dad. We saw him earlier at the cafe.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He had over 40 professional fights, and also he tried the bare knuckle boxing. He's tough. Said he's got the fastest knockout.
8-second knockout.
8 seconds, yeah.
And now he's watching his son Angel in the ring as a highly talented amateur. Angel living in Florida. And Paulino's a veteran. Paulino's rugged. And that's exactly the kind of fight we have right now.
Yeah, Alejandro Paulino, like I mentioned at the beginning, he's a knockout artist. He's got a lot of knockouts.
Yeah, Paulino comes for he just swings for the fences.
Oh, there you go. And he's going for the knockout.
If you get the knockout, that goes down as a 10-7 round, and the opponent cannot continue if you schedule for the money rounds. And if he is scheduled for the money rounds and you get knocked out, that's another 10-7 round for your team, or 10-9 round for your team. It's a walkover if you know, for the amateur side.
I'll tell you what, Paulino, he's
rugged.
Yeah, he's throwing that home run punch, man. Hernandez needs to be smart and control the distance. Keep him on the outside. Keep the fight at mid-long range. Paulino's trying to make it an inside fight. He's coming forward. You can't miss him. If Hernandez just establishes a good jab and keeps the fight at long range, I think he can pick him apart from the outside.
Paulino's really aggressive in the gray.
He keeps cutting that distance. Very aggressive-minded.
Alejandro Paulino with the Boston Butchers down and around, trying to even things up here in Miami.
See Hernandez using the ring.
Oh, good hook by Paulino.
Backed up with his head up in the air. Biggest mistake a fighter could make. Every time you back up, you got to back up low.
Hernandez gets in a nice jab as he gets away from Paulino. The youngster, Angel Hernandez, is learning. Alejandro Paulino looking good for the Boston Butchers.
Hernandez has to tuck that chin in, Beto. He's carrying that chin too much up in the air.
There's the uppercut and body shot from Paulino.
Yeah, Paulino, he's strong.
Oh, and he dropped him. Hernandez goes down. Alejandro Paulino, a big round for the Boston Butchers.
Paulino showing why he's a knockout artist.
You said it for the open.
He's going to go for it now.
And it's a 10-8 round for the Boston Butchers. Huge for Alejandro Paulino. You called it early on, Raul.
Yes.
Watch out for Paulino.
And here we see Paulino putting the pressure with the jab. Big right hand. Man, he set up like 2 feet back with that big right hand.
Out of the blue corner and representing the Boston Butchers, here is James Perella. And Boxing out of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Darrius Jackson. The winner of round 2 was the Boston Butchers. The score total is now 19-18.
So big round for the Boston Butchers. This is a good matchup. James Perella for the Boston Butchers, a veteran, excellent fighter, and the youngster Darrius Jackson, who's headed to the Olympics to represent Haiti in Paris. He's here at Team Combat League doing excellent work for the Vipers, talented fighter from the Orlando area. And you'll see him switch from orthodox to southpaw.
I saw that in Jackson. They're both tall, rangy, long arms. But I see more aggressiveness in Jackson. Jackson bringing it to him.
Yep. And Perella, he's highly talented amateur. His father is involved with the New England boxing scene in the amateur side. Great character. We love talking to him. Perella family does great work in the Boston and New England area. It's a good matchup right here. Perella and Jackson.
Yeah, very evenly matched. But I think so far Jackson getting the better of Perella.
And this is good work for Jackson, especially if he's heading to the Olympics. You know all about that as a 1992 Olympian.
Oh, absolutely, man. You got to win rounds. Every minute counts.
This is kind of the Olympic style, too, where you got to work fast in your rounds.
Actually, yeah, 1 round, 3 minutes. Fast-paced action. You got to think fast. Yeah. You got to score. Can't afford to get countered.
Yep. I like Perella's style, man. He's in there. He has a lot of fun. Moves around that long range that he has.
Good jab there by Jackson, establishing that distance. He's just putting it out there. He's trying to set up that left hand, Beto. All right, now he switched. Back to southpaw stance. There's that left hand.
Oh, Perella loading
Big
up on
miss,
the
yeah.
right. Yeah. And we'll see Jackson later on in the money rounds. It's the launch rounds in Miami between the Boston Butchers and Orlando Vipers.
Good defense by Jackson coming in, making him miss, making him pay. Good combinations there. Perella missing big.
But it's solid too. He has good amateur background, good professional record, fighting in the Boston area. 30 seconds to go in round number 3. The Butchers on top by 1, 19-18. Another close one. Interesting to see what the judges favor in this one, as both fighters are elusive.
Trying to finish strong.
Good scrap. Jackson and Perella giving us a show in Miami.
I'm going to say Jackson. We'll see.
We continue with the ladies and the 147-pound division. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner and representing the Boston Butchers, here is Amelia Moore. And boxing out of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Jenna Gaglioti. The winner of the last round was the Orlando Vipers.
There you go. Jackson.
By a score of 10-9. The score total is now even, 28-28.
The ladies for the first time tonight, Amelia Moore for the Boston Butchers. Excellent fighter. And Jenna Gaglioti for the Orlando Vipers. Boston in the silver and blue, Orlando in pink and blue. More extensive amateur background, will be turning professional soon.
Yep, she was a decorated amateur in national tournaments, and that's good. Amateur background is always very important when you're going into the pros. And it's been important too, Beto, in this concept with the Team Combat League. Some of the amateur guys that you see coming out of the amateurs, they might be like 2-3-0, and they find out that's like 11-4,
Yep.
and they end up winning in this one-round matches.
You see the Venom gloves. Great job by Venom taking care of the gloves for Team Combat League. Moore attended the Naval Academy. Extensive amateur background. Was at the Colorado Springs at the USA facility. Came up short in her quest for the Olympics.
So far, she's boxing, using her skills.
Yeah, you see how
Yep.
she's very fluid as Amelia Moore.
Moving side to side, jabbing, throwing her combinations, getting out of the way the line of fire so Gaglioti won't catch her.
Love
how
her
she-
Instagram.
yeah.
Amelia, one more round.
One more round. I like that. She keeps circling around her opponent, Gaglioti. Not standing in front of her. Just that little sidestep to the right or to the left makes it hard for your opponent to catch you. So she's smart. She's a really good boxer, showing her skills and her technique. Showing she doesn't need to brawl.
Yeah,
She's
good boxing.
Yeah, boxing from the outside, stick and move, angles, combinations, fast combinations, controlling the distance with the jab, just popping it out there. Just giving her a boxing lesson, Beto.
She's working. Good
Yep.
1-2 from Amelia Moore.
She keeps scoring from the outside. Keeps turning her around. She looks very focused, man. Look at her.
Big
line.
right hand from Moore. When she does turn pro, she's going to be a nice professional.
Yeah, I like the way she sat on that right hand. Good power punch there. He's popping that jab, man, all the way to
Solid
the
round
end.
for Boston.
Yeah.
We continue with round 5 in the 160-pound weight division. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner and representing the Boston Butchers. Here is Rashidi Ellis.
One of their top guys,
And
Beto
boxing out
Rashidi.
of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Jahyae. The
This would be a good one.
Round 4 by a score of 10-9 was the Boston Butchers. The score total is now 38-37 with the Boston Butchers in the lead.
All right, so a 1-point lead for the Boston Butchers. Rashidi Ellis for Boston. He's from Lynn, Massachusetts, against Jahyae Brown for the Orlando Vipers. Rashidi Ellis, contender at 147 pounds. He's fighting at in the 160s today, but 147 is where he's at. Victories over Alexis Rocha. He was a Golden Boy fighter for a while. Rashidi does good work.
Actually, I had both of those fighters when I was doing Showbox on Showtime. Like you said, really good fighters, smart fighters.
And Rashidi knows what Combat League is all about. Come out aggressive and win the round.
Using his speed. Fast combinations by Rashidi.
That's his nickname, Speedy Rashidi Ellis.
There you go. Brown trying to pick him apart from the outside with that jab. Good fast combinations there by Brown too. Brown trying to bait him in with that jab. He needs to catch him coming in. He's got to be quick with that 1-2. There you go. Fast 1-2 by Brown.
Yeah, these two know each other. They know what it's all about.
It's all about timing, man. Especially, I'm telling you, it's 3 rounds. I mean, 3 minutes, 1 round. It's fast-paced action.
Brown trying to hold on, and he does halfway through the round. Boston on top by 1. Team Combat League, they wear their own team uniforms. That's where you see the Boston and Orlando uniforms. Nothing individualized.
You got to think fast.
Got to work fast like Rashidi Ellis is doing right now.
Good body work there by Ellis. Nice flurries by Ellis. Really put them together. I'll tell you what, he's definitely controlling the pace of this round. The pace of the fight or the pace of the round? Both, right?
The launch rounds for Team Combat League.
Oh. That was a big left hook there by Ellis. Oh, then he gets caught.
Brown with a shot. In the middle of a Ellis flurry, Brown connects. And he connects again. Jahyae Brown coming off for the Orlando Vipers.
Ellis holding on. Is he hurt? Did he get wobbled? He felt something, Beto.
10 seconds to go. Back and forth round between the Boston Butchers, Orlando Vipers. Let's go in Miami. Let's go. And that's going to get ruled a knockdown.
It was a knockdown.
Did their feet tangle up, but the referee's going to rule it a knockdown. And Rashidi is not agreeing with that.
He's not happy. He's got to stay cool.
And that is
temper,
huge right there. And that goes down as a 10-8 round for the Orlando Vipers.
Uh-oh.
And they have to get separated. Let's look at the highlight. I don't know, Raul. Woof, that was close.
That was close. I'd like to see it again.
We now continue with round 6.
Either way, it goes down as a 10-8 round.
And you know, Rashidi could have very well been winning that round. It was a close round. That's probably why he was so upset.
Steven Sumpter. And boxing out of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Sanny Duversonne. The winner of the last round by a score of 10-8 was the Orlando Vipers. The new score total is 47-46. Orlando Vipers with the lead.
A 10-8 round is huge for the Orlando Vipers. They're now up by 1, 47-46. Sanny Duversonne, the veteran, in for the Vipers against Steven Sumpter. Sumpter, the southpaw. Duversonne's been around, and he's in his late 30s now. He's a vet, crafty vet. He's done a bunch of his fights, good dude. Now doing good work here in the Team Combat League for the Orlando Vipers. Sanny once had a fight during COVID at the Wild Card parking lot, Freddie Roach's gym in Hollywood. During COVID, they had a fight in the parking lot. He was on that.
Okay.
Sanny that. Have gloves, we'll travel, let's go. Right now, Orlando and the Vipers are up by 1. See if Sanny can extend the lead.
Well, he's trying to use that long jab. Duversonne. He's got to get out of the ropes. That ain't going to work.
Sumpter attacking as Duversonne, the vet's on the ropes. Covering up as Duversonne. Sumpter going to the body. Duversonne works off of the ropes.
He's got to throw more punches. Can't just lay on the ropes. Oh, nice shots there by Duversonne. Now he's got Sumpter on the ropes. But it looks like he wants to make it an inside fight. Duversonne, He's leaning too much on Sumpter. He's got to create some space. I mean, he's got long arms. Use that range.
He's a taller fighter with a longer range. As Duversonne in the pink and blue. Wow, swing and a miss. As Sumpter almost goes through the ropes. Loose ropes tonight. Oh, good right hand in the left by Sumpter. Duversonne against the ropes. He got tagged.
Oh, big,
left hand by Sumpter. Solid by the Boston Butchers.
Yeah, Sumpter really loading up on his shots.
30 seconds to go in the round.
Another
Sumpter coming in strong. Duversonne just trying to survive the round now.
I think Duversonne spent too much time on the ropes and waited too much. Well, now he's got him on the ropes. Sumpter, he's got to take advantage and do some work there. He's got to let his punches go.
Final seconds of the round. Sumpter and Duversonne doing work in Miami. Be interesting to see how that one gets scored.
We continue now with round 7 and the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing the Boston Butchers, here is Skylar Lacy. And boxing out of the red corner and representing the Orlando Vipers, here is Michael Coffie.
In Miami, Florida, live from the Mickey Casino and Resort.
10-9 was the Boston Butchers.
So the Butchers got the last round.
The score is now even, 56-56.
Oh, big round for the Boston Butchers. We're tied at 56, and now we see the heavyweights for the first time. Skylar Lacy for the Boston Butchers, and Michael Coffie, and the ring girl getting her action.
The big boys.
I love watching the heavyweights in Team Combat League because they don't believe in 3 minutes. They launch bombs roll. They just come after it.
All it takes is one punch with these big guys. And they fight, you know, they're forced to fight a faster pace than usual.
Nope.
Because, again, it's only 3 minutes, 1 round.
But with the heavyweights, anything can change with one punch, the eraser. Lacy, the taller fighter for the Boston Butchers, as we're tied at 56. We're in the launch rounds. After this, you'll need the BrawlPass. Make sure you go to Team Combat League. Get that so you can see the middle rounds and the money rounds. From Miami, Florida, the Boston Butchers, Orlando Vipers. Mickey Casino and Resort has seen Floyd Mayweather fight here. Canelo Alvarez in his second U.S. fight was here. Casamayor. Legends over the years have fought here, and now tonight is Team Combat League action.
A lot of big names came out of this casino.
There's that right hand from Lacy.
Very confident. Look at Lacy trying to taunt him now.
Lacy ain't trying to box. Lacy's trying to go for the home run. Boston Butcher trying to hit one over the Green Monster. Coffee's there. Coffee's got some power in that right hand.
Lacy with his hands down after that big 1-2, man. Maybe that's his game plan, trying to lure him in. There he goes again with his hands. Oh, they picked him up now.
Coffee with the right hand.
Who's he? He keeps looking at somebody in the audience or the corner.
I don't know who Lacy's talking to in the crowd.
Again, carrying his hands low.
It ain't us. Boston Butchers, Orlando Vipers. Make sure you follow the Team Combat League social media accounts and go behind the scenes. Each team has their own Instagram. Great coverage for you.
Lacy being smart, using the whole ring, circling around.
Final seconds of the round. The heavyweights going back and forth. Oh, get your cocktails on a Saturday night. Get your wine, get your drink, whatever you need, because it's time for the middle rounds. Oh, man, the heavyweights roll. This was fun.
It was. It was. And we see Lacy keeping the fight on the outside.
All right, so the launch rounds are done. Now it's time for the middle rounds and then the money rounds. At the end of the launch rounds, we were 56-56 before the heavyweights. How did the judges score the heavyweights? It's going to be very interesting because both guys landed some big shots.
The winner of round 7 by a score of 10-9 was the Boston Butchers.
Oh, Lacy gets the round for the Butchers.
The score total is 66-65 in favor of the Boston Butchers.
Ooh, going back and forth.
This completes the launch rounds.
All right, so a couple fights fell off tonight, so we're only going to have 22 rounds, and you see the updated scoring. So round number 8 fell off, so it's going to be the Boston Butchers with a 76-75 lead at the end of the launch rounds. Back here ringside, Beth Duran alongside Raul Marquez. And Raul, you know, with Team Combat League, the launch rounds are important. The middle rounds are important, but it's the money rounds where you got to make sure when you get there that it's close enough, so you can't give anything away.
That is close enough where you got a comfortable lead. I mean, you're up ahead. I would like to go into the money rounds being ahead as much as you can, because in the money rounds, a lot of the trainers, they put their power punchers on there because they want knockouts or knockdowns. And when you have, if it's really even, the match,